Okay, today we're going to talk about how to change out a relief valve on a multi-port and a dual port from Rego. So what we're going to look at here is the dual port first, because it's the one we get the most questions about. They change out as the same, and we're going to use the multi-port to show how the change, what is going on when we do what I'm about to show you. So the first thing you do on a multi-port or on a dual port is you move your indicator pointer to the one that you want to change. In this case, you can read the word off. That means I have not turned and moved a flapper underneath this relief valve. There's still gas in between that flapper and the relief valve. And when you do this, you need to have 30 to 35 pounds of pressure underneath the flapper to hold it into place. Then on the back side of the relief valve, you'll note that both of these are turned all the way open counterclockwise. So what we're going to do is take the one we put the flapper underneath, and we're going to turn that all the way in clockwise. That's going to release the gas between the flapper and the relief valve. Once that gas is vented completely out, and I'll note where the opening is for the vent, because when it vents, it's going to be blowing gas at you at that point. So you want to stay out of the way. Once this is emptied out, that gas will quit blowing. You may have just a little seepage, but there won't be much because it is a metal-to-metal contact with the flapper and the disc, and we'll show you here. You take the relief valve out, you have your other one taped up, ready to go in, you screw it back in. Then the final step on this is you need to counterclockwise this all the way out and backseat it. And once it quits blowing, once you've backseated it, that will allow the chamber to fill back up with gas, pressurizing, equalizing the pressure on both sides of the flapper underneath and allowing you to move your indicator back to the center on the dual port. Now what's happening there is just similar to what happened here with a multi-port. On the multi-port, we have a big handle with numbers on it. And we want to indicate, there's also underneath here a little indicator where our number is. So we're going to turn to number 1. Note the 1 is right here, you can read it. It lines up with our line down here. What we're looking at now is we have put our flapper underneath and started to create the seal of our system here. This is counterclockwise right now. So what we're going to do is drain the gas that's trapped in here. By doing that, we're going to spin this all the way in and seat down the needle disc. If you look right here, you can see where the needle has failed to channel and has stopped the gas from flowing up above. When you do that, that opens this channel right here and allows gas to flow out of this opening. So you want to make sure you're not staring at that opening. You need to have 30 to 35 pounds of pressure underneath this flapper to hold it into place. Once all the gas is evacuated out of here, the pressure from the tank will help hold the flapper into place, and you can go ahead and unscrew the relief valve, replacing the relief valve with a new one by threading it back in. If you're wondering how to get these out, we do have a tool available for rent from Gas Equipment Company. Contact your local branch about that tool. Once you've replaced the relief valve, we now have to get some product back in here to equalize across this flapper. The way we do that is we screw this valve out counterclockwise, screw it all the way out, and back seat it on this Teflon washer here. When we've done that, now what happens is gas will flow up through this channel, up in here, into this channel, and fill this opening right here. Once it's equalized across this flapper on top and bottom, we can now rotate the handle over here to the next valve that we need to change out. Again, note, each valve is numbered. This one's number 4. We're on number 4. We would be ready at this point to operate and remove this valve. Any questions, contact your local service rep at Gas Equipment Company. Thank you.